Hey everybody, hello and welcome back to our channel Info Island. So guys, today we are going to be talking about the top 10 English grammar shortcuts and rules that are going to help you guys in the upcoming examination of SSC CGL 2023. So all the aspirants of SSC CGL must see this video as it is going to improve their grammar skills. And for those of you who don't know, that SSC CGL is one of the most popular competitive exams in India. Each year, thousands of students appear for this examination to secure a position in the Indian government's various departments. One of the most essential parts of the SSC CGL examination is the English language section. And as we all know, that English grammar can be challenging, though it seems to be a bit easier. But yes, at times it can be a bit difficult and a bit of challenging, even for the native speakers. That's why in today's video of ours, we will be sharing the top 10 English grammar shortcuts and rules that will help you improve your grammar skills and score higher on the upcoming 2023 SSC CGL examination. So guys, whether you're a student preparing for the examination or simply looking to improve your English language skills, this video is for you. So let's get started. Before moving ahead in the video, let's first look for some of the preparation tips that we have prepared and thought of sharing with you guys. So if you are preparing for any of the competitive examination or if you are preparing for the SSC CGL, then this English grammar thing is a must, and there are multiple chances that you are going to see such questions and such English related problems in the question paper. So yes, here are the preparation tips that we have shared for you guys. So English is very important section, as we have just told you about it, in almost every competitive examination, including SSC CGL examination also. Many candidates are scared of the structural complexity of English language section. At times it happens that we have the knowledge, but if we are not confident enough that yes, we do know that this is the right answer or this is the wrong answer, we just cannot help it. We are going to get panic, and there are chances that we can make mistakes in that, in that panicful situation. So firstly, it is important for us to have that confidence in us that yes, we know the answer. And in order to have that confidence, we should have that particular knowledge that is required. So a low score in English can actually hamper your total marks in the examination and thus your selection. So prepare yourself with us and with the help of our videos available on our channel. As for all of those people who are, following our channel on a daily basis, must be aware that we are going ahead with you guys in your daily preparation of SSC CGL examination, as we have shared many other SSC related videos on our channel also. So if you're interested, you can visit our channel Info Island and watch the other available videos also. And if you guys want, we can provide the SSC CGL series, a complete series that we have shared a link in the description. So yes, many candidates, they fail because they do not attempt appropriate number of questions in this section, which is the English section. And there are a number of ways and methods to improve English. So now let's quickly look at some of those methods further in the video. So what are those methods? What are those shortcuts? And what are those rules that actually can help you improve your English grammar for your SSC CGL preparation? Just have a look with us. Rule number one. The following are the common shortcuts rules for articles. तो अब हम जिस रूल के बारे में बात करने वाले हैं वो है बेसिकली आर्टिकल से रिलेटेड, और उसमें जनरली क्या मिस्टेक्स करते हैं कैंडिडेट्स उससे रिलेटेड. So when the names of meals such as breakfast, lunch, dinner, supper, these particular things are used, then no articles should be used in a general way. For example, if I say that I have the breakfast at 8 o'clock in the morning, so it's wrong. It's a wrong statement. I cannot use I have the breakfast. What should be the right answer? The right answer should be I have breakfast at 8 o'clock in the morning. That is the right answer. Moving to the next thing. After detransitive verbs like elect, make, appoint, after these particular verbs, no articles should be used except they are used as monotransitive verbs. So if you are wondering what monotransitive verbs are, then you're going to get that information further in the video. So for example, we appointed him a chairman. So that statement is wrong. The correct answer or the correct statement should be that we appointed him chairman, or you can say we appointed him as a chairman. The government of India appointed a committee. So this is the right statement. And yes, monotransitive verb is been used in this particular statement. Moving ahead, next we have after type of, sort of, kind of, पोस्ट ऑफ, टाइटल ऑफ या फिर रैंक ऑफ, इन सभी के बाद हम किसी भी आर्टिकल का यूज नहीं कर सकते. So after type of, sort of, kind of, post of, title of, rank of, or something like this, no articles should be used. For example, Ram was promoted to the rank of a manager, which is definitely a wrong statement. The right statement should be Ram was promoted to the rank of manager. So there should be not a usage of any a and the or something like that. It should be simply used as Ram was promoted to the rank of manager, or to the post of manager, to the title of manager, whatsoever you feel like saying. So that would be the right statement. So now moving ahead, we have rule number 2. The following are the common shortcuts rules for nouns. तो अब हम जिनके बारे में बात करने वाले हैं, they are some of the common mistakes, the shortcuts and rules related to nouns. The words such as news, maths, ethics, politics, phonetics, economics, statistics, measles, mumps, rickets, billiards, innings, which look like plural nouns but give singular meaning. For examples, if I say news, I am not particularly, referring to a certain news. I am referring to multiple news in there that were there present in the news section. So it seems as if it is singular, but it look like they are plural nouns, but they give singular meaning. For example, the news are not reliable, which is a wrong statement. Even if we use S with news, if I am saying news, I cannot use R with, news things. The correct thing that should be used is the news is not reliable. So it seems to be a plural thing, but at the end of the time, it is singular. So we should use is instead of R with news. Moving ahead, next we have for the uncountable words, articles a, n should not be used before them. Such words are, और ऐसे कुछ words जिनके पहले हम उन्हें नहीं use कर सकते, they are like luggage, baggage, breakage, advice, furniture, information, scenery, poetry, work, soap, food, bread, fish, paper, machinery, and so on. So these are some of those words जिनके आगे an आप use नहीं कर सकते. For example, I know that he has many informations. That is definitely a wrong statement. The right statement should be, I know that he has much information. So many is something that is used, when you have something countable in your hands, and much is used when you do not have that countable things. So information, how are you going to count that information? So you cannot use many informations in that statement. Instead, in the place of many, you should use much, and without s in informations, as much information. Next, for example, the sceneries of Himachal Pradesh is very beautiful. Definitely a wrong statement again, because firstly, it is the correct answer is the scenery of Himachal Pradesh is very beautiful. So the sceneries, it is not a correct thing that should be used. Even if the plural thing is associated with Himachal Pradesh scenic view, you should always use it in the singular form, like the scenery. Next, we have some nouns have the same form, whether singular or plural. Example, sheep, deer, service, series, species, fish, and apparatus. For example, I saw two sheep in the zoo. So you cannot use, two sheep in there. Even if you saw multiple ships, you cannot say I saw sheeps. You have to say the numbers, that how many sheep you have seen, and along with that you are going to use is sheep as, without as in that. So yes, I saw two sheep in the zoo is completely a wrong statement. Instead, I saw two sheep in the zoo is the right statement that should be used. Moving ahead, few nouns are always used in the plural form only. Example, kettle, people, police, electrolyte, poultry, trousers, scissors, spectacles, binoculars, crackers, swine, gentry, clergy. All these are used with plural form of verbs. For example, the scissor is very sharp. So you cannot say the scissor is very sharp. Instead, you should use the scissors are very sharp, or you can also say the pair of scissors are very sharp. Next, rule number 3. The following are the common shortcuts rules for pronouns. Now, at number 3, we are going to discuss some of the shortcuts, rules, and mistakes related to pronouns. A pronoun is in the nominative form should be compared with the same form of pronoun. For example, I respect you more than him, which is a right statement. A pronoun in the objective case is used after let, between, or any preposition. For example, there is no dispute between you and me. So that is the right answer. A singular pronoun should be used when two singular nouns are joined by either or neither nor. So either or neither nor. For example, either Ram or Rakesh should do his duty, which is the right statement. Next, we have the verbs such as hurt, cheat, prostrate, introduce, present, absent, satisfy, prepare, enjoy, avail of. They are followed by either an object or a reflexive pronoun like myself, ourself, yourself, yourselves, himself, herself, itself, themselves, etc. For example, I introduced her to the principal. So that is the right statement. I introduced myself to the principal. Again, the right statement. Here we are using the prepositions correctly as her to the principal and myself when I'm using it for me to the principal. Next is the use of relative pronouns. Who is used for person, which is used for things, that is used for both persons as well as things. For example, one boy who stole my purse was a student, which is a right statement. The person that stole my purse was a student. Again, it's a right statement. So when you are referring to that single boy, one boy who stole my purse, on the next statement we are using that you're referring to that particular one boy you were talking about. Now you're talking him as a person. So the person that stole my purse was a student. So both of them are correct even if you're using them as a person's things or a thing's thing. Moving to the next rule number 4. The following are the common shortcuts rules for adjectives. तो अब हम जिसके बारे में बात करने वाले हैं they are some of the common shortcuts, mistakes and rules related to adjectives. While comparing the objects, we should see that a noun is compared with another but not with some other word. For example, the population of Delhi is greater than Meghalaya, which is a wrong statement. The population of Delhi is greater than that of Meghalaya. So when you're like comparing, when you're having that comparison, then you have to use greater than that. For example, the climate of Kashmir is better than Uttar Pradesh. So you just cannot say that yes, it is better than Uttar Pradesh. When you're like comparing, you have to mention than that of. So you're like comparing the between the two things. So the correct statement should be the climate of Kashmir is better than that of Uttar Pradesh. So you have to use that word in between. In comparisons, the monosyllable words like hot, easy, tall, small should not be used with more or most. For example, this question is easier than that. He is more taller than Kumar. So if you're using he is more taller than Kumar, then you're using it as a wrong statement, because more taller is nothing. If you're like referring taller, shorter, such words, then they themselves are enough. Okay, so next we have rule number 5, and the following are the common shortcuts rules for adverbs. तो अब हम adverbs के कुछ common shortcuts, कुछ common mistakes और common rules के बारे में बात करेंगे that are going to help you in your examination. So before the word enough, an adjective under positive form should be used. For example, he is more intelligent enough to follow you, which is a wrong statement. He is intelligent enough to follow you. So there is no need of using more intelligent. It itself replicates that yes, he is intelligent when you're mentioning that enough word in there, that he is more than you. So yes, he is intelligent enough to follow you is the right statement. Next we have when we begin a sentence with seldom, never, hardly, rarely, scarcely, barely, neither, never, then the rule of inversion should be applied and auxiliary verb is used before the subject. For example, hardly he goes to school, which is a wrong statement, and hardly does he go to school is the right statement. He hardly does go to school, or hardly does he go to school. Next example, seldom I got to films, which is a wrong statement. The right one should be seldom do I got to films. Next we have rule number 6, and it is related to the mistakes, shortcuts rules related to verbs. The following verbs are not usually used in the continuous form: see, smell, feel, hear, notice, recognize, see, think, agree, believe, consider, remember, hope, understand, mind, suppose, hate, love, know, have, want, forgive, keep, prevent, etc. For example, the flower is smelling sweet. Definitely a wrong statement. The correct statement should be the flower smells sweet. For is used for a period of time, while since is used for a point of time. So guys, if you're not aware this particular thing, that for is definitely used for a period of time. So when you are referring to a particular period of time, that you are going to use for in that sentence, and when you are going to refer to some particular point of time, then you are going to use since. Most of the students, many students makes mistake in this particular. They get confused, and when should I use for, and when should this since be used. For example, I know him since 1986. So it's a wrong statement. The right statement should be I have known him since 1986. Next we have out teacher is sick for the last 2 days. Sorry, it's our teacher. So our teacher is sick for the last 2 days, which is a wrong statement. The correct statement should be our teacher has been sick for the last 2 days. So did you see the difference? So if you are mentioning that particular point of time, for example, 1900 and I was born or something like that, if a particular time period is being given, a particular point of time is being given, then you should use a since. And if you are given some point of time for like for last 2 days, for last 3 days, for this particular day, so then for should be used. After negative sentences, the question tag should used, be in an ordinary interrogative form. For example, she didn't like that book, didn't she? So that's a wrong statement. The right statement should be, she did not like that book, did she? So you are saying no, she did not like it. Then you're answering, you're interrogating. Like, did she like the book? Next, we have rule number 7. And yes, the following are the common shortcuts rules for conjunctions. The correlative conjunctions are used in pairs, not only, but also either or, neither nor, both and, though, yet, whether or. Please see that the pair is properly used. So there is this particular pair. So you should be used not only but also, either or, neither nor. So these are the pairs. For example, they will either do the work else return the money. So यहाँ पर either के साथ तो हमने यूज कर लिया कि वो या तो करेंगे लेकिन neither वाला चीज यहाँ पे नहीं है. तो it's a wrong statement. So they will either do the work or return the money, then it is a right statement. तो यहाँ पे आपने either भी use कर लिया और भी use कर लिया instead of using that else before. After the adverbs hardly, scarcely, the conjunction when or before should be used. For example, hardly had he left the place than the bomb exploded. So it's wrong statement. Hardly had he left the place when the bomb exploded is a right statement. Until denotes time and unless denotes conditions. So if you're using until in some of the sentences, until 3 a.m., until 4 p.m. or something like that, if you're denoting time, then you should use until. And if you're denoting some condition कि अगर जब तक ये नहीं होता, उस चीज को अगर आप रेफर कर रहे हैं, then you should use unless. कि I cannot go from here unless he comes. So आप एक situation रेफर कर रहे हैं कि मैं यहाँ से नहीं जा सकता तब जब तक वो यहाँ नहीं आता, something like that. Okay, so next example, you will not succeed until you work hard. That is a wrong statement. यहाँ पर हमने time से related कुछ भी denote नहीं करा है तो हम until का usage यहाँ नहीं कर सकते. You will not succeed unless you work hard. ये आपका एक right statement है. With a conjunction if, then should not be used. For example, if you work for 8 hours a day, then you will get through the examination. Then it's a wrong statement. Correct should be, if you work for 8 hours a day, you will get through the examination. So there is no need of using that then thing in the uh, sentence here. So if you're saying, so if you do this for this particular time period or something like that, you're going to get the money. If you're going to work for 8 hours for me, you'll get the money. You'll get your salary or something like that. That is the right statement. Next, coming to the rule number 8. The following are the common shortcuts rules for prepositions. तो अब हम prepositions के बारे में बात करते हैं. After the verb enter, the preposition into should not be used. तो अगर आप enter use कर रहे हैं तो आपको into use नहीं करना है, except when it is used with reference to agreement or conversation. For example, he entered into the premises without any permission. So ये statement गलत है. आपने यहाँ पे enter भी लगा दिया और into भी लगा दिया. Instead, you should use he entered the premises without any permission. So there is no need of using that into word in the sentence after using the entered word. So he entered the premises without any permission is a correct sentence. Moving to the next rule. After transitive verbs such as discuss, describe, reach, order, tell, demand, add, attach, resemble, ridicule, etc., no preposition is used, and the verbs directly take an object. For example, the poet describes about the beauty of nature. So it's a wrong statement, and the correct statement should be the poet describes the beauty of nature. So there is no need of using about word here. हम हमारा जो स्टेटमेंट है वो इटसेल्फ ही उस चीज़ को डिस्क्राइब कर रहा है कि पोएट डिस्क्राइब कर रहा है नेचर की ब्यूटी के बारे में. आपको वहां पर अबाउट लगाने की जरूरत नहीं है. अगला रूल. आफ्टर द वर्ब्स से, सजेस्ट, प्रपोज, स्पीक, एक्सप्लेन, रिप्लाई, कंप्लेन, टॉक, listen, write, the preposition to should be used if any object is used. अगर आप इनमें से किसी का भी यूज करते हैं देन आपको उसमें टू का भी यूज करना है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इफ यू आर सेइंग ही डिड नॉट रिप्लाई मी, so it's a wrong statement. The correct statement should be he did not reply to me. वहां पर आपको टू का भी यूज करना है. नेक्स्ट एग्जाम्पल, यू नेवर रोट मी. तो ये कितना अधूरा सा सेंटेंस लग रहा है अपने आप में ही, पढ़ने में भी अजीब लग रहा है, देखने में भी अजीब लग रहा है. तो जो सही स्टेटमेंट है वो होता है यू नेवर रोट टू मी. अगर आप रोट के बाद टू का इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं तो वो उतना अजीब नहीं लगेगा, क्योंकि ऑब्वियसली वो गलत है नहीं, फिर वो सही स्टेटमेंट कहलाएगा. ही नेवर रोट टू मी, ही नेवर स्पोक टू मी, ही नेवर रिप्लाई टू मी, समथिंग लाइक दैट. अगला आता है रूल नंबर 9. So few connectives which are usually asked in SSC examinations. तो हमने यहाँ पर कुछ ऐसे connectives के बारे में, connectors जिन्हें हम बोलते हैं, उनके बारे में आपको बताएंगे जो कि पहले भी SSC के एग्जामिनेशन में आ चुके हैं. एंड यस, देयर आर 100% चांसेस कि वो इस साल भी आपको एग्जामिनेशन में देखने को मिले. जिसमें पहला आता है ड्यूरिंग, जो कि एक ड्यूरेशन को डिनोट करता है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, ड्यूरिंग द वॉर मेनी पीपल सफर्ड हार्डशिप, जो कि एक राइट स्टेटमेंट है. अगला आता है ऑफ, जो कि ओरिजिन को डिनोट्स करता है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, डिनोट्स ओरिजिन और कॉज. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, शी कम्स ऑफ अ रिच फैमिली, विच इज अ राइट स्टेटमेंट. अगला आता है ऑफ, जो कि सेपरेशन को डिनोट करता है, जिसके एग्जाम्पल के तौर पे आप कह सकते हैं अ बटन हैज कम ऑफ. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, आपका शर्ट का बटन या फिर ट्राउजर का समथिंग हैज लाइक come off from that particular cloth, then you can say a button has come off from the shirt. So that denotes the separation there, which is the right statement. अगला हम बात करते हैं यूज ऑफ across. across जो डिनोट करता है दैट इज ऑन द ऑपोजिट साइड ऑफ. सो across भी दो तरह से आप यूज कर सकते हैं. वन इज ऑन द ऑपोजिट साइड ऑफ और another one is from one side to another. For example, for first across, for the on the opposite side of across that we're talking about first, तो उसके example की अगर हम बात करें, my cousin lives across the river, that is a right statement. And here you are referring कि नदी के उस पार रहता है. जो आपका सेकेंड अक्रॉस है, जिसमें आप बताना चाह रहे हैं फ्रॉम वन साइड टू अनदर, उसमें कह सकते हैं द बॉय स्वम अक्रॉस द रिवर, विच इज ऑल्सो अ करेक्ट स्टेटमेंट. और इसमें आप बताना चाह रहे हैं कि जो लड़का है उसने पूरी नदी को एक तरफ से दूसरी तरफ तक तैरा। अगला जो अक्रॉस हम बात करेंगे वो हम दोनों साइड के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं। एग्जाम्पल, ही थ्रू द लगेज अक्रॉस हिज शोल्डर्स, जो कि एक राइट स्टेटमेंट है। अगला आता है कम अक्रॉस, मीन्स मीट एक्सीडेंटली और सडनली। For example, if you're like visiting a mall or visiting a place, वहाँ पर आप if you like bumped into somebody and that is your friend or something, तो आप उस चीज़ को इस तरह से mention कर सकते हैं that we suddenly came across each other. तो एग्जाम्पल जो हमने यहाँ बताया है that is I suddenly came across him, which is a wrong statement. The correct statement is I came across him. Moving to the next one, wait for or await. Example, he is awaiting for the reply, which is a wrong statement, and he is awaiting the reply is a right statement. Next is despite or in spite of, that depicts the meaning in spite of. For example, despite of his hard work, he failed in the examination. That is a wrong statement. Despite his hard work, he failed in the examination is a correct statement. So there is no need of using that of along with despite. It itself means in spite of. Moving to the very last rule of today's video that we shared, that is very important: practice, practice, and practice. As guys, we have already told you many times in many videos of ours that practice is the only key. That is the only thing that can help you achieve all the things that you want in your life. So just practice for all the government examination that you're preparing for. Just keep keep on taking that mock test, keep on undergoing certain MCQs, and keep on regularly preparing for the previous papers that you have seen or something like that. Just this is the only thing that is going to help you. So just keep on practicing regularly, and yes, all the best. Okay guys, so that's it for our top 10 English grammar shortcuts and rules video that we feel that you need to know for SSC CGL 2023 examination, as it is definitely going to help you out. Of course, these are just a few tips to help you improve your grammar skills, but they are a great starting point. And if you are going to keep these shortcuts and mistakes that people make, and the rules that we have shared, you are going to get it all, because these are the most important rules for any of English grammar section that you are going to need for your examination preparation. And yes, one thing more, and we just told you about, remember, practice makes perfect when it comes to language learning. So if you're looking for learning this English language or any other language, there is only one thing that can help you out, is the practice. So just keep on practicing and don't be afraid to make mistakes, as when we make mistakes, there becomes a room larger, there becomes a larger room for करेक्शन, एंड उस करेक्शन से फिर हमें एंड में इम्प्रूवमेंट मिलता है, और इम्प्रूवमेंट मिलने के बाद में फाइनली हमें सक्सेस हासिल होता है. सो प्लीज़ डोंट बी अफ्रेड ऑफ मेकिंग मिस्टेक्स. Keep on practicing and keep on making mistakes, but do not repeat the same mistakes. अगर आप उसी मिस्टेक को वापस कर रहे हैं, which means then you are like not learning anything. Just try to उस मिस्टेक से learn करिए and try to come over it and learn it better. So yes, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your time. And if you found this video helpful, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more such content. Thank you so much. Like, share, and subscribe Info Island, and also hit the bell icon so as you never miss any update from us. Thank you so much. all the very best to all the candidates, and please share our content and share our videos with all of the candidates and your near and dear ones who may found our content useful and informative for them also. So yes, that's it. Thank you so much.